Hi guys, welcome to Pabbly Connect workshop. So in this video we will learn how to integrate Thrivecart and Zenler. Our use case is pretty simple. When a new sale is made in Thrivecart, it will assign a course in Zenler. Now Thrivecart is a shopping cart and new Zenler is a learning management system. So what we are going to do is, we are going to send the data from Thrivecart to Zenler. But there is one minor problem. There is actually no integration between Thrivecart and Zenler. That is why, in cases like these, we need to bring a third app to connect them both. So in this video, we will use Pabbly Connect to integrate Thrivecart and Zenler. And the best part of using Pabbly Connect is, there is no need for coding skills or programming language. It can be done easily. Let me show you on my screen.
Okay, so to begin the process, first type pabbly.com in your browser. Pabbly.com. Press enter. Okay, so this is the website of pabbly.com. Here hover on products and at the bottom you will find the option called as connect. Okay, at the bottom you will find the option called as connect. Click on connect. Then click on sign in. Okay, so this is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. As you can see, I already have made an account in Pabbly Connect. You can also create your own free account in just 2 minutes. Here I would like to mention one more thing, that Pabbly Connect offers a plan where this integration can be tried out absolutely free. So if you want, you can just create your own account right now and set up your own automation. The link is available in the description box. Actually, I would insist that you try this automation with me. It's actually pretty fun. Okay, so scroll down. And here at the bottom again, you will find the connect. Here click on access now. Then at the right side, you will find a button called as create workflow. Click this. A dialog box appears in front of you. It is asking you to give a name to this workflow. I am going to give the name as Thrivecart to Zenler. Okay, then click on create. When you click on create, a window appears in front of you. This is called as the trigger window. Here in the choose app, let's make it as Thrivecart, because we want to send the data from Thrivecart. Okay, so in the choose method, let's make it as new sales. So new sales is basically a trigger. So your obvious question is, what is a trigger? Trigger is basically a if statement. It asks a question. If the condition is met, what should be done? For example, if a new sales is made in trigger in Thrivecart, then what action should be taken by the system? For example, new sales is basically a trigger. It asks a question, what action should be taken by the system if a new sales is made in Thrivecart? Now, there is only one trigger at this point called as new sales. However, in case if you want more trigger of your choice, you can make a request to our team at admin@pabbly.com for the specific trigger that you want to make. But at present, let's go with new sales. Okay, so basically what we are trying to do here is we are trying to integrate Thrive to Pabbly Connect. So let's have a look at Thrivecart. Okay, so this is my Thrivecart. Here, let's go to this part. Okay, let's go to profile. Here you will find the option called as settings. Click on settings in Thrivecart. Okay, so this is the settings page of Thrivecart. Here click on API and webhooks. Click this. Then scroll down and here you will find the option view setting. So here we are going to add a webhook. So just click on this button, add another webhook. Click this. Scroll down and I'm going to give a name to this webhook. So the name of my webhook URL in Thrivecart is let's say Superman. Just any random name that's coming to my head, that's all. And the webhook URL, okay, so we want the webhook URL. So let's have a look at Pabbly Connect. So this is the webhook URL you want, okay? Basically, this is the webhook URL. Simply copy this and paste it here. Then click on save this webhook. Okay, so it is showing that a webhook called as Superman has been created. So basically this means that we have integrated Thrivecart to Pabbly Connect. This means that anytime a new sale is made in Thrivecart, Pabbly Connect will capture this data. So to ensure that Pabbly Connect can capture this data, let's go to Pabbly Connect and click on this button, capture webhook response. Click this. Okay, so it is showing it is waiting for the data. So let's make one dummy product sale in Thrivecart. So I'm going with this one, Digital Marketing 101 course. So click on get URL. Basically, we are going to copy this URL and open in a new window. Control V, paste. Okay, so let me show you something. So this is my student account in New Zenler. Okay, so as you can see, I already have a person called as Aaron Manuel assigned as a student. Okay, so this is the email of Aaron Manuel. Okay, I repeat again, this is the student at New Zenler. Okay, Aaron Manuel, and this is the email. So I'm basically going to autofill all the details. So the first name is Aaron, the last name is Manuel, and this is the email address, aaronmanuel1991@gmail.com. Okay, so we are going to fill in the credit card details. Okay, so the credit card details has been filled. Just click on complete order. So it is a completing order. Okay, so a person called as Aaron Manuel has subscribed to this digital marketing one-on-one course. So let's have a look whether Pabbly Connect, since it is integrated with Thrive, has captured this data or not. So let's have a look. Yes, the data has been captured. So we are actually interested in the name, the first name. Okay, this is the first name, Aaron. This is the last name, and this is the customer name. Okay, so we have basically captured the data from Thrivecart into Pabbly Connect. Now we have to sync in this data to assign a course to a student in New Zenler. Here we have two choices. The first choice is if the student already exists in New Zenler. The second one is if the student doesn't exist in New Zenler. Let me show you with a flow chart. You will understand it easily. So in the first, if the student already exists, okay, so as you can see, if the student already exists, you basically have to assign a course to him. Okay, easy. So what if the student doesn't exist? You have to create a student, then you have to assign a course. Okay, so we have two choices. Again, I repeat, if the first choice is if the student already exists, all you have to do is you have to assign a course. If the student doesn't exist, then you have to create a student and then assign a course. Okay, so your obvious question now is, how would I know that the student exists or not? So it's actually pretty simple. All you have to do, scroll down and just click on this plus button. Okay, so when you click on this plus button, another window opens up. This is called as the action window. Here in the choose app, let's make it as Zenler. Okay, this one. Now in the choose method, since we are interested in searching for the student, so let's keep the method as search for a student. Now search for the student is basically an action. There are many more actions like add new user, enroll user to a course, subscribe to funnel, get a list of funnel enrollments, and so on. However, just like the triggers, if you don't find the action of your choice, you can just contact us at admin@pabbly.com to custom build an action for you. But at present, I am interested in searching the student to find out if the student exists in Zenler or not. So let's keep the method as search a student. Okay, so just click on connect with Zenler. Now in the new credentials, we have two blanks to fill, the API key and the school account. So to get the API key, let's have a visit to New Zenler. Let's go to this part at the right corner, settings, click on settings. Okay, now scroll down. Now at the bottom, you will find the option called as developers. Click on developers. Okay, so this is the key we want, API key. Simply copy this and paste it here. Now comes the school account name. School account name is basically your subdomain. So basically this is our subdomain. Copy this and paste it here. Okay, so all the details has been filled. Just click on save. So when you click on save, it essentially means that Zenler has been connected with Pabbly Connect. Okay, so we have a blank called as the search keyword. So we are going to find the person or the student in terms of the email. So first of all, we are going to map in the email. So your obvious question is, how I'm supposed to map the email? It's actually pretty simple. This button is called as the mapping button. Click here and just type email. So this is the email of the customer. This is something that we derive from here. Okay, so basically we have mapped this detail. So let's have a search whether we have a person or an email called as aaronmanuel1991@gmail.com. Click on save and send test request. Okay, so the API response is showing as success. It is showing an ID 7765 and so on characters. Okay, so the ID is always shown if the customer or the student is present in New Zenler. For example, let's remove this. Okay, let's add a person. Let's go to this part again to Zenler. Let's go to dashboard. It's something I want to show you. Continue to beta. Okay, dashboard. courses, and let's go to students. So these are the students I have. Okay, so I'm going to name a student, let's say Catherine. Okay, I'm going with a name called as Catherine. So as you can see, there is no person called as Catherine here. Okay, there is no person called as Catherine. So I'm going to search a keyword as Catherine123@gmail.com. Okay, So a person called as Catherine with the email address Catherine1232@gmail.com has been entered. Then let's click on save and send test request. Okay, it's again showing success, but this time it is not showing the ID. Okay, this time it is not showing the ID. Let's make one more attempt. Again, there is no person called as, let's say, Unicorn. Okay, there is no person with the email called as Unicorn. So just have a look. There is no person with the email called as Unicorn. So let's remove this Catherine. Unicorn1232@gmail.com. Okay, so it's going to search for Unicorn1232 in New Zenler. So let's have a look. Yes, so it's again showing success, but this time again, as usual, it's not returning the ID. So let's remove this and let's type in the email that we have mapped. Then again click on save and send test request. Okay, so the ID, it is showing this one. Okay, so basically the only reason it is going to show the ID is because if a student is already present. Let me show you. Yes, there is a student called as Aaron Manuel with the email address aaronmanuel1991@gmail.com present in New Zenler. That is why it is returning an ID. So basically the student is already present. So basically now we have to assign a course. But what if the student is not present in New Zenler? So in cases like these, we have to create a student first and then assign a course. So in order to dissociate the cases where the student already exists from the cases where the student doesn't exist, we have to bring in routers. Okay, so your obvious question is, what are routers? Routers are basically options which will direct your data to different streams based on the conditions you add here. So for example, in this case, this is our router. If the student exists, then well and good, we will simply assign a course to him. If it doesn't exist, first we will create a student and then assign a course to him. So basically our data has been split into two streams by routers. Okay, so your next question is, how I'm supposed to add a router? It's actually pretty simple. Just scroll down and just click on this plus button. So when you click on this plus button, another window opens up. This is called as another action window. So here in the choose app, let's make it as routers. It's easy, just click on routers. Okay, so as you can see, it is showing two streams. You can add another stream, but at present we just want only two streams, route 1 and route 2. So let's name it to understand it better. So let's change the name from route 1 to if the student exists. Okay, that's our first condition, exist, or if the student is present. Then click on update. In the second stream, let's name it as if the student is not present. Just click on update. So basically we have split our data into two streams. If the student is present, if the student is not present. So let's work with this one, if the student is present. So just click on settings. Now we have to create a condition. So the condition is something like this. If this ID is present or if this ID exists, then it should show success. For example, just click this. Here we are going to type in the ID. So the ID was that we received is this one. Okay, when we had searched for the student. So this was the ID. Okay, we have entered the ID. Let me again tell you, this is the ID that we have received. Okay, this is the ID. Click this. Now we have to make sure that this ID should be present or should exist. So just click on is exist. Okay, so basically this data stream basically means that if this ID is present, okay, so what should be done? So just click on save and send test request. So it's basically showing the status as true. This is because, let me show you why it is showing something like this. So this is the ID we have received. Scroll down. This is the ID. Okay, this is the ID. Okay, so as I mentioned before, the ID only shows when there is already a student that exists. So Aaron Manuel 1991 already exists. That is why here in the settings it is showing the API response as success. Okay, because the student is present. Now since the student is already present, we have to assign a course to him. So to assign a course to him, it's actually pretty simple. Just click on this button. When you click on this button, another window opens up. This is again an action window. Here in the Choose app, let's make it as Zendler because we want to assign a course to him. And in the Choose method, this time we are going to keep the method as enroll user to a course. Okay, so just click on Connect with Zendler. Now we have to add the API key and the school account. So we actually know this how it's to be done. So we already know the drill. Just let's go to our settings. Okay, it's actually pretty easy. Go to API key, copy this is our API key, and paste it here. Now comes the school account. So as I mentioned before, school account is basically your subdomain. We have copied this, copy up to here, okay, and paste it. Okay, so all the details has been filled. Just click on save. Okay, so in the student ID, it is showing Orange Man. It has basically mapped some random ID. So just toggle this map to here. Just remove this already mentioned one. It's actually kind of wrong. So now just click on this button, the mapping button. Here we are going to map in the ID. So this is the ID. Okay, this is the ID of Aaron Manuel 1991. Okay, so we have mapped in the ID and we are going to assign him a course. Let's create a course actually. We are going to create a course, a new course. We are going to create a new course. Let's say Archaeology 101. The course subtitle Random 1, Study about Mummies. Okay, I have created a course. Now let's make a pricing. We're going to add a plan. So let's go with free one. Next. Yeah, this name of the plan is, let's say, totally free. Totally free for Thrivecart users. That's good. Then click on finish. Okay, so we have added a plan called as totally free for Thrivecart users for the lessons Archaeology 101. So let's go to Pabbly Connect and let's refresh this. So when you refresh this, you can find this course Archaeology 101. Okay, so we have entered the course ID. This is the course ID Archaeology 101. Now coming to the course plan ID. So let's go back to Archaeology 101 and let's click on this button, edit. And so this is the course ID. Okay, just before edit, you will find the course ID. Just copy this and then paste it here. Okay, then click on save and send test request. So it is showing that a course has been assigned to this person called as aaronmanuel1991@gmail.com. So let's have a look. So this is our course detail. Let's go to the person. So pages students. Okay, so a person called as Aaron Manuel with the email address aaronmanuel1991@gmail.com has been assigned to the course. So we are ready with the first stream. That is, if the student is already present in Zendler, you basically just have assigned a course to him. Now what about the second stream? That is, if the student is not present, then we have to create a student in Zendler and then we have to assign a course to him. So let's go to that stream. But before that, just click on this button called as done. Okay, so what if the student is not present? So this time again, just click on settings. Okay, again in the drop down, let's add in the ID. This time, let's make it as does not exist. Okay, it's actually pretty fun. Okay, in the ID, this is the ID of the customer. This time equal to does not exist. Okay, but we know that this person or this customer already exists in Zenler, so it should be returning the error. Okay, so just click on save and send test request. Yes, it is showing the error because the condition is false, because there is already a person called as aaronmanuel1991@gmail.com present in Zenler. That is why it is returning the condition as false. Okay, so let's click on done. Let's make one more dummy customer. Let's recapture the response of one more dummy customer, this time who is not present in Zenler. So let's go to our courses again and let's have a look at the students. So these are the students I have. Okay, these are the students. So let's say we don't have the person called as Moriarty. Okay, like Jim Moriarty. We don't have the person called as Jim Moriarty. So basically we are going to make one more dummy sale in Thrivecart. This time this person's name is Moriarty, and I have mentioned before this person called as Moriarty is not present in this Zenler. Moriarty James 123@gmail.com. Okay, excellent. And this time 42424242. Okay, then click on complete order. Okay, so a payment of $99 has been made by this person called as Moriarty James 123@gmail.com and in Thrivecart, and let's see whether Pabbly Connect has captured this data or not. Yes, the data has been again captured. So let's have a look at the person's name. So where was the person's name? Okay, let's scroll up. Okay, so these are the name. The first name is Moriarty, the last name is James, Moriarty James, and this is the email address, moriartyjames123@gmail.com. So let's scroll down and let's press Control and F5. So when you click on Control and F5, let's go back to search students. We have the customer email as moriartyjames123@gmail.com. So it has refreshed this data. So just click on save and send test request. Okay. So it is not returning the ID. So basically it means that Moriarty James still is not present in our Zenler account. Okay. If Moriarty James was present in the account, it would have returned an ID. So it is not present. So let's go to our routers once more. And let's go to this part, click on settings. So our person is not present. So let's create a student called as James Moriarty and then assign a course of Archaeology 101 to him. Okay, so first let's create a student. So to do that, just click on this plus button, another action window opens up, you know the drill. Again, let's keep it as Zenler. In the choose method, this time let's make it as add new user. Okay, then click on connect with Zenler. To teach you how to capture the API key, let's go back to all courses. Okay, settings. Scroll down and you will find the API key in the part called as developers. Copy this API key. You have copied this and then you have pasted it. You know the drill. So in the school and account, just type in your subdomain. That is, in my case, it's just Pabbly. So I'm just copying my subdomain. I have copied it and then I have pasted it. Okay. Then click on save. Okay, so as you can see, a set of blanks has appeared in front of you. So basically this means you have again integrated Zenler with Pabbly Connect. So the purpose of these blanks is very simple. We are going to sync in the data that we have received from Thrivecart to create a customer in Zenler. So the name of the person is, I think it was Moriarty. We are going to map in the name. So the name of the person is Moriarty. The last name was James Moriarty. Allow this villain, James Moriarty. Moriarty James 123@gmail.com. So I'm going to choose the role as a student. He is going to be a student. The password, let's assign some random characters as password. Okay. Then click on save and send test request. So the API response is showing that the person has been added successfully. The first name is Moriarty, the last name is James, and this is the email. Okay, so a person called as Moriarty James has been added. So we are now ready to assign a course to him. So let's assign the Archaeology course 101 to him. So let's click on this plus button. When you click on this plus button, another window opens up. This time we are going to assign a course to this person. So let's keep it as Zenler. In the choose method, this time enroll user to a course. Okay, then click on connect with Zenler. In the API key, we know the key that, okay, so this is the API key. We just copy and paste it here. And in the school, we know the school, that's basically our subdomain. We have copied this and we have pasted it here. Okay, then click on save. Okay, so we are going to assign a course to this person. So in the student ID, it is already showing Moriarty. That's excellent, well and good. But let's toggle this to start mapping, and let's remove this. It has actually mapped in the wrong ID. So the ID is basically the new ID we have got. So let's have a look at the new ID. So basically this is the new ID, 7765 5FT 3D 2A. These are characters. This is the ID of Moriarty. So let's the ending is DD and the first term is 77. So we are going to map. Let's type 77 and this is the ID. We got the ID. So we are going to enroll him in Archaeology 101 and we want the course plan ID. So to get the course plan ID, let's go to pricing. Okay. Then click on this edit pricing. So this is our course ID 18031. Simply copy this and then you paste it here. Okay, so all the details has been mapped and filled. Just click on save and send test request. Okay, so the API response is showing it is success. So we have enrolled James Moriarty to Archaeology course 101. So let's have a look in our courses. So whether we have this person called as James Moriarty. Yes, we have a person called as James Moriarty with the email address moriartyjames123@gmail.com. Okay, so the presence of this email address moriartyjames123@gmail.com shows that we have integrated ThriveCart to Zenler with help of Pabbly Connect. This means anytime a new ThriveCart sale is made, it will be reflected in new Zenler as a customer or as a student. Okay, so let's double check it if the integration is working fine or not. So to double check the integration is fine or not, let's make one more dummy sale in ThriveCart. So but before that, let me show you the whole gist of the process. So I'm going to click on done, then I'm going to minimize this window, and then I'm going to minimize this window, and then I'm going to minimize this window. Okay, so basically this is the whole process in a nutshell. First you integrated ThriveCart to Pabbly Connect, and then you have synced all this data to Pabbly Connect. Okay, then you have searched for student if the student is present in Zenler or not. Okay, then you created a router. So in the router you had two streams, if the student is present, if the student is not present. If the student is present, then you simply just assigned a course to him. If the student was not present, you just created a new student and then you assigned the course to him. Okay, so let's create one more sale in ThriveCart. So to see whether the integration is working fine or not, let's go to ThriveCart, copy the URL and just paste it here. Okay, so the name of the person, we are going with a new student. So the name of the person is Arnold. The last name is Terminator. Arnold 123gt@gmail.com. That's the name. And these are the card details 42424242424242. Okay, then click on complete order. Okay, so it's showing that a person called as Arnold Terminator has made a sale in ThriveCart. So let's have a look in the student. Now let's have a look in the course called as Archaeology 101, whether we have a person called as Arnold Terminator. Yes, there is a student called as Arnold Terminator with the email address terminatorarnold123gt@gmail.com. So our integration is working absolutely fine. This means anytime a new sale is made in ThriveCart, it will be reflected as a student in new Zenler.
Not just these two apps, you can integrate up plenty of applications using Pabbly Connect. If you have any queries, contact us at admin@pabbly.com. Our dedicated team members will help you to automate your workflows. Or better, just visit our website www.pabbly.com. It's awesome. Thanks.